The reason why I don't get into these conversations with beta males, I don't want to have to compete with a man because when I get around a woman, I need her to isolate. This is a manipulative, simp, sucker mindset. If you're weak, just say that. If you're not the chosen, just say your delivery, the way you sit, the way your shoulders are. It gives off weak man, and that's why you move with the energy that you move. I can smell it on you.
What men do, we address men directly. So speak directly. If you're speaking about me, speak direct. If it's about me or was it in general?
It was in general, Cooley.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. But now it's about you. So
if you are prescribing women to date more, you are prescribing them to have sex more, and you just admitted to it. So if they are having sex more, you want women to be more promiscuous. This is degenerate.
Most of the men on the panel are way more accomplished than me, and that's why you actually should be quiet. They're not coaching nobody. Like men that claim alpha shouldn't coach nobody.
It's your turn, my brother. Truth.
Y'all ready? With no interruptions, if you don't
nobody,
mind.
Nobody. Remember, I shut down everybody. Here you go.
So I appreciate it, right? And this is why I don't have conversations with beta men, respectfully. And I'm not saying that everybody's a beta man. But I've heard man, hey.
Oh, look.
And yes, this is why I stay far away from conversations with beta men. And I stay really, 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 really far away from conversations with beta men because I would never expect for them to grasp the mindset of an alpha man. I want to go with the guy Cooley, the good brother who said that I said the dumbest shit that he has ever heard. Cool. I like that. I love that. He said that. He quoted. Let me quote it.
It wasn't the dumbest though. Yada said it too.
Yeah.
I want to preface this conversation real quick. This all started because TruthHurts, Big Rick, and Opulent 6, he must have hopped off for a second. They basically said that they don't mind if a woman is dating multiple guys and sleeping with one guy. So during the courting process, she could be getting, courted on by 5 dudes, but she could be sleeping with one. That's okay. This is where this conversation started from.
Damn, you and Yada got something in common, but go ahead. You got it. My bad.
I like this energy. Well, one thing that we don't have in common is I'm gonna chill. Men are
Yada. Who you talking about? Yada.
Men are not attracted to experienced women. That is something that the good brother said. He said that men are not attracted to experienced women. If we can even go into history and go down the slate of some of the most sought after women, I guess we could throw a J-Lo out there. She was pretty experienced and pretty ran through. And are you saying that we weren't attracted to J-Lo? We can talk about a Kim K. Can we say that she's less attractive because she's experienced? I mean, we can go on and on. A Nicki Minaj. I mean, we can go down a slate that we're definitely attracted to some women that have experience. The reason why I don't get into these conversations with beta males who feel like I don't want to have to compete with a man because when I get around a woman, I need her to isolate. This is a manipulative, simp, sucker mindset. If you're weak, just say that. If you're not the chosen, just say that.
Hold on. He's saying a lot real quick. First of all, just because you are attracted to a woman does not mean you are attracted in a relationship standpoint. Because when you get in a relationship, there's certain boundaries that you're going to want to place on your female because you're paying top dollar value for it. Just because I see J-Lo and she's attractive, I want to crack, don't mean that when I'm with her, me seeing her probably deal with other guys or in my face or behind the scenes on phone calls, no guy would want to deal with that. But of course, every guy's going to be lustful over a certain body type.
If you're scared for a little bit of healthy competition and you're not used to getting picked, just say that. Alpha men don't come into any situation thinking that there's a better option because in their mind and their movements, there isn't. Your delivery, the way you sit, the way your shoulders are, it gives off weak man. And that's why you move with the energy that you move. I can smell it on you. I smell the weakness. I see the weakness. I feel it. To me, respectfully, I checked you out. You are somebody that is going through an identity crisis. You waited until you got to your middle 30s to finally know how.
Are you speaking about me this whole time, or are you speaking in general?
Beta men. I'm talking about beta men. If you're a beta man,
Well, just now you said that you started saying you, so I thought that you were speaking about me. So if you're speaking about me currently right now, men, what men do, we address men directly. So speak directly. If you're speaking about me, speak direct. If you're not speaking about me, make it in general. Go ahead.
Cooley, right there. I'm pointing at Cooley now.
Okay, cool. So wait, time out. All the other things that you said, was it about me or was it in general?
It was in general, Cooley.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. But now it's about you. So,
oh no!
Hold on, now would that make him an alpha man or beta? Because at first he tried to deflect it, but then he was like, "But now it's about you." Just be real from the jump, brother. We already knew it was about Cooley, but we're gonna go ahead and continue this conversation.
Chris, just to add that you coach women, because I think that clip was a lot about collecting likes and follows from women, because a lot of women would like to hear that message. So if you want men to admit they're a beta male, just please also admit that you're catering to a female audience when you make that video.
Ooh. And if men are catering to a female audience, they are in fact beta men.
Woo! I hate to say this. Yes, if you are catering to the female's feelings, emotions, and to her dating standards, you are probably going to be classified as that. See, my channel is about 93% men. I speak very honest, and I speak more on female truths. I talk about men as well, but I still have a dominant male audience. I'm not right here trying to say, hey, let's uplift the female to make sure I get more female followers. I'm not going to do that. What TruthHurts is saying, I don't agree with the whole, like I said, the whole premise was a woman can date multiple guys, have sex with only one, you be the top contender to fight for her love. If you the alpha male, you shouldn't have to do it. I'm gonna be honest, most guys are still not going to appreciate or finding out about it. If you don't know about it, that's one thing. But if you actually know, if she's telling you, hey, I'm going on a date with Johnny next Friday, I look like a glorified friend zone. Like, who am I for you to be telling me that, like, so comfortably? That's not going to work with me. I need to know that you're dating me and we're courting each other, and if this doesn't work out, just don't work out. But I'm not playing that game.
So
damn.
Back to the message, because we can get back to that.
That's crazy.
Never in my life have I made a message catering to females nor males. So if you go to my page has grown so rapidly because of the level of balance. I hold men accountable, I hold women accountable, right? But I speak from an alpha male's standpoint. I am a man that has been having unlimited access to for the last 30 years. I am not a man who all of a sudden got to 25 or 30 and I just fell into money, or I came on TikTok and learned how to get a haircut, or I came on Instagram and learned what cologne to wear. I am in the field tested, not social media approved. So you got to understand what type of man you're talking to first and foremost.
Okay, so
cater to a woman, why would I do that? Why are women not allotted options that we are? Why would you ever? And somebody said something.
Is this a question? Can I answer some of these, or are you going on a monologue?
I think there's a little bit of delay. Hey, Truth, when you can refresh your situation, because you have a little bit of delay, like your thing is like frozen a little bit.
But this is really tough because I've reacted to both of these guys. I've reacted to TruthHurts clips. I've reacted to Cooley clips. But TruthHurts, if you are boss top dog, you gotta get that Wi-Fi fixed, my brother, because you're chopping up real bad and we can't understand all the things you're saying. I see both perspectives from where both of these guys are coming from, but TruthHurts, I feel like it's coming from more of like the hookup culture scene, but what Cooley is trying to explain is more tactics for a long-term relationship scene. It's gonna be very different. I think people date sometimes now just for situationships and situations, opposed to actually dating for the long haul. Like if you just want to have dating, I wouldn't even say it's dating. If you just want to have fun, that's gonna be a completely different lifestyle. But if anybody's trying to translate dating over into, or situationships into dating, the guy's gonna get butthurt on that situation, because now guys are gonna be looking for a good girl, and that girl is out here just having fun, compartmentalizing guys, and that's not conducive.
Land your plane and then refresh it for a second. Just refresh it to see if it gets better. Like right here on StreamYard, where you at? Just refresh it like you're refreshing a regular site and come back up, and I'll bring you up. Yes.
All right, cool. Yeah, I don't.
And go ahead. It looks like he's a little bit better. Go ahead, Cooley.
Yeah, he's good.
Okay, I'll wait till he come on. Okay,
Am
so
I good?
He's good.
So question for you, Six, because when you made the clip isn't speaking about men, right? Because when you went on your tangent, You're speaking about, well, men are basically insecure by women having options. You don't want the woman to have experience. Your clip isn't even about men. So what you're doing is you're like kind of moving the goalpost towards men. Your clip is about women. And if we're speaking about women and giving them a prescription in the dating marketplace on what is optimal for women to do, it wouldn't be for them to date just like men. You can't say, well, men do it. Why can't women do it? Well, my question for you is, men and women the same? You seem like an intelligent man, Truth. I seen your Instagram for sure. You got stuff that goes viral. Actually seen this clip. You're not dumb, right? So you're not stupid at all, and I don't think that you are. So if you're giving a prescription towards women, it wouldn't be for them to date like men, because men and women aren't the same. And this is the reason why we are in a deregulated sexual marketplace, because women want to date like men. Not only that, what you are actually prescribing here is, this is how women get in relationships and they start leading their relationship. Let's think about it. Well, if women have more options, you have more negotiation power. And if you have And women, you know what they like to do? They like to conflate sexual options with relationship options. So even when they're out dating a lot of men, they still think that, well, oh, this man wants a relationship from me. No, most of these guys that they're dating just want to smash.
Exactly.
But what do? They conflate those two.
Yep.
And then the man that they choose to date, they go into that relationship with all of this negotiation power, which is nonsensical, because they think that most of those guys that they dated was a true relationship, but really it wasn't. They conflated it. It was only for sex. So meaning that they go in there thinking they have an over sense of they have an over.
I get what Cooley is trying to say. Women shouldn't be out here dating multiple guys because their own emotions is going to set them up for failure. A lot of these guys aren't out here looking for relationships, and that's where you got to make the discernment. But guess what? You're going to need good guys around you. Hopefully a father. Hopefully good cousins and uncles who can actually determine to meet this guy to see what his intentions are, what he's doing in work, what he's doing in life, school, the whole nine, depending on your age, age group, the whole nine. But to just say be sexing a guy and then to be still getting courted by other guys, that is horrible advice.
Inflated sense of ego, where they go into the marketplace and they think that they have too much value dating this man where they really don't. So then they start leading that relationship. That's what happens. Like most of those relationships that women go into, when they have all of these options, they lead those men.
So did you not hear the part where I said that these women should compartmentalize these men?
That's too
hard. These women have to compartmentalize these men.
That's not realistic.
These women, the women that I would guess, because you're not a bad looking guy, the women that I guess that we would probably date, because also, right, respectfully, there's brackets out here to some of the women that these men can have access to as well. Is that
Ugly Money just started laughing when he said that?
Is that a safe assumption that there are brackets? There are some women that men won't have access to because of the rooms that they aren't in? Is that, you think that that's fair to say or no?
Yeah.
Is it fair to say that, have you ever in your life went out with a woman and maybe you had certain intentions and it just didn't go anywhere at all? Because has that ever happened? Maybe not.
Yeah.
Because these women pick and choose. So when I said about dating, right, I said you women need to compartmentalize these guys. A lot of these women, right, and a lot of these women go out with guys. They go out with one guy at a time. Right. And when you're dealing with one person at a time, no matter how good the treatment is or how bad the treatment might be, if you have no other options, if you have nothing else to occupy you, you can find yourself being in a real situation for a long time because you have nothing to base it off of.
That's going to be cumbersome when it comes down to transferring multiple energies to people. Because I get what he's trying to say. He's trying to say, instead of staying with one guy for a certain amount of time, you waste that time if it doesn't work out. You got the one guy path and then you got multiples at the same time that you can kind of figure out which one will be the right candidate. The downside is that you're going to have to do, here's the thing about it. We're not speaking on what the woman has to do to make sure the guy is pleased at the same time. Let's say all these guys are checking off some boxes and she's like, I kind of like all of them. And let's say she has to now perform for each guy. That's going to be cumbersome for her to actually perform for each guy. Let's say she needs to bring him food. Let's say she wants to be dutiful, helpful, the whole nine. That's going to be too much for her to try and compartmentalize all these guys. And let's say it's going to be hard for her to choose. Now, bro, that could be a difficult situation. Let's say she can't call off any of them. She could have herself stuck in a rat race now.
The guy, Fatty, I believe he said, you don't need to eat poop in order to know that poop doesn't taste good. And that sounds cool when you first say it, but some people actually have a fetish.
Came up at the top.
Some people have actually ate shit. It was like, this is my
Okay, so
I want to tell you, I didn't cut you. Go ahead.
go ahead. No. I'm sorry, land your plane. I
No,
thought
go ahead,
you
brother.
landed. You sure? Okay, fair enough.
I'm-
Because I just have a question. I just have a question then, because
This is fun.
once again, you keep on like comparing men and women, and men and women are different. Like the question would be
Humans, brother.
okay.
Humans.
Then
you
this.
keep making it female and male. You're making it a
Okay,
gender specific.
I'll just ask
We're
you this
human.
question
We're
then.
man and man, and
No,
the
we
hue is the only thing. Human.
Okay, so there's no distinction between men and women.
No, we are different.
Can-
Okay, so then there
There's
is a
difference.
distinction between men and women. Biology.
Pussy. Yes, that's
You would say biology, and biology is mind as well. Do you know that the woman when she gets pregnant by a man, she pair bonds with that baby the same way she pair bonds with her baby. She pair bonds with the man that she has sex with. So even if you are saying that, well, I think that women should go ahead out there and date many men, but they should put them in certain compartments. Well, that still isn't a good prescription, because the more you date, let me just ask you this question. The more women date, do you think that the probability would increase for them to have sex, or the probability would decrease?
Increases.
Now, my
General
question to
question.
you,
But answer my question
probability
first.
would absolutely increase.
Yes.
It would
Okay,
absolutely
so look,
increase.
okay, got
Somebody
it.
getting
So
cracked.
if the probability would increase, and we know the reason why the dating sexual marketplace is deregulated right now is because women are promiscuous.
Mhm. Just like men.
More promiscuous women.
Just like
more-
men, because they're human. Continue.
Men can only be promiscuous because there are promiscuous women.
Yeah.
Women hold access to sex. Men don't hold access to sex. So stop it
Exactly.
there, right?
Exactly. I'm gonna let him land his plane, but a man can't be out here busting them down if women don't allow it. Then at that point, you're gonna be rapists, and you going to jail, buddy. So it's women that's opening their legs.
So if you are saying that, you admit it. Listen real quick. You admitted that the
I don't
probability
agree to that.
increase. Okay, you don't think. Okay.
It takes two to
You-
tango, young fella. Two.
It takes, okay, got it. It takes two to tango. Well, do women hold access to sex, or do men hold access to sex? Can you have sex with a woman without her authority?
But can she do it the other way around as well? No. We
Most
both-
men would allow it. Most men would allow. Most men would allow it. This is what we're
They-
gonna say. If a woman asked, listen, what I'm saying is, if a woman went up to a man, if a woman went to a club and was like, "Well, I want to have sex with this guy," she can almost clean out the club. Now, it's gonna be some men with morals, or some men that they're just not attracted to her, but she can have sex with most men.
That is true.
Right? So, which means that women run the sexual marketplace because their value is tied to their sex, that men can't have sex with them unless they grant access to it.
Yes.
With that being said, if you are prescribing women to date more, you are prescribing them to have sex more, and you just admitted to it. So if they are having sex more, you want women to be more promiscuous. This is degenerate. Your ideology is, you are promoting degeneracy. This is what this is doing.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I've reacted to both of them. I do believe TruthHurts might have lost that situation, because what it is going to do is going to promote degeneracy amongst the women if they have to kind of keep dating more. Back in the day, women were dating at a slower pace to where it was one guy at a time. And usually that one guy, guess what? That was it. Because it was survival. You didn't have all these options. You didn't have all these things in their face to where they can entertain all this stuff. Man, you had to work. You had to find you a good companion, and that's it. Women back then, they got married on simplistic reasons. Today, we got an influx of emotions. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like that. This guy is nice. That guy is mean. This guy has a body. That guy has penis. That is a problem. We got too much options on everything. We're going to have to make it a little bit more simplistic. We're going to have to bring in ways of the old and insert it into the new to really make it work. But we might already be too brainwashed and gone to where this new world, it's already cooked now. So things are going to have to reset itself.
Let me just say this so we can open the panel for everyone, because it's the shit thing, right? And this is why, and true, like most of the men on the panel are way more accomplished than me, and that's why you actually should be quiet. They're not coaching nobody. Like
wow.
Men that claim alpha shouldn't coach nobody. It's like a Victoria's Secret model coaching woman. I get all the men. I get all the men. Look at me. Like, she is on the top of the pyramid. Why is she going down on the pyramid? Tell Keisha and Karen that are regular women, that are not hyper attractive, that are not going to be on the top of the line when it comes to men. Like, they talking to them and say you should be like me is ridiculous, because you are him and they are not. That Victoria's Secret model shouldn't say you just have to do this and do that because it works for her because she's beautiful.
Yeah.
If y'all at the peak of the litter, since you're younger and you get all the woman, you shouldn't be talking with the average man that is happy to have a 10 body count by the time he dies. Like,
Fatty just hit it right on the head. Fatty, I got to give you flowers on that. That is a fact. If you've been getting so much influx of attention and now you're a dating coach, the rules might not apply to you like they do other guys. A lot of guys don't really understand and learn themselves until they get to about being 30. And then they got to pick up everything late and pick up all the pieces, and they haven't had sex with a lot of women. So who's better to teach those guys than guys who have probably been late and then picked it up and won and completed the winning process to now lead the guys again. But the guys who've already had it handed to them, their advice is going to be skewed because they've been getting it handed.
Respectfully, for you to be a good coach, for you to be effective, you should talk to the masses. You should talk to the average man. You shouldn't be talking to a pre-selected little group of men that get all woman. So just because you get all woman, you can say to little Thomas with his $50,000 living, you can't do that. And respectfully, I was expecting better, because this is what women do. We talk in majorities and women say, not me and my friends. Not me and my friends. What you're doing right now, Truth, is saying not me and my friends. You get it all, of course. It's fine. You got it. But you need to talk for the average man.
Oh, damn.
You can be talking like you are the chosen one. You are Michael Jordan. And you turn around and you say, hey, Steve Kerr, you want to be me? Just dunk on them. Steve Kerr can dunk, brother. Steve Kerr is a shooter. He has a very nice skill set. Derek Fisher, he has a skill set. Kobe Bryant can go to Derek Fisher and says, just dunk on them. Crossover, windmill. Like, that's not how you coach people. Because once again, if you can empathize, sympathize, and relate to the average man and the average woman,
that's true.
You are just bragging. You are not helping nobody. I'll concede to whoever wants the floor.
Dang, that was a cook session right there, man. Damn, I wasn't expecting it like that. Damn, Fatty came and dropped the bomb on him. That's crazy. Truth. Oh boy. This was a very good. See, we need stuff like this because guys gotta be checked too. Like I said, certain things Truth says, I do agree with. Like I said, I've reacted to some of his content, so I'm not sitting right here saying that everything he says is thrown out the window. But when you speak like that, especially to other guys who's trying to promote more of a more cleansed culture or whatnot, the things you say on the forefront matters because it's going to be the first thing that people's going to hear and get into their brains on how they're supposed to move. I already know certain things going behind the scenes, but that's like you being a good hero or leader or whatnot. The masses don't have to know everything about you. It's about how you carried yourself in public, in the public's eye, how you try and lead the people, and how you can send the best message to people who's actually trying to live a certain way. I understand to be a good father, sometimes there's going to be certain things that can't be said. I'm not going to be able to understand everything my father did, but I know on the forefront what he did, I can at least follow that. And when it's time for me to make certain decisions, I can move accordingly from there. But Truth had to get the truth. Everybody gave him the truth at this point. Cooley did, Fatty did, Ugly Money, Little Black Book. Jonathan also, he spoke really well or whatnot. Opulent 6 ran, I'm going to be honest. Opulent 6 got the heck up out of there. Who took Opulent's spot? I don't think nobody took Opulent's spot. Opulent said, you know what? I said too much, I'm gone, because he gave a story about how his girl, he was dating, when in the very beginning, a dude brought her lunch. And he was like, man, what the heck? He ain't say nothing to her though. He said it made him just go harder to please her and make her his. I look at that as kind of strange because that's blatant disrespect right there. I'm hoping they had the conversation about who is this guy. See, Opulent, Truth, and Big Rick had the same view set on women being able to be courted and dating multiple men, maybe sleeping with one. I'm not gonna do that. Call me insecure, whatever you want to call me. I don't care. I'm not about to be out here getting played around with. You dealing with other guys, the whole nine. Because here's the thing about it, what I don't know won't hurt me. I find out about it, I'm out. Now the pressure's on you. If you like me enough and you love keeping me around, you gonna try and move different and move accordingly. But I'm not gonna play the game and just be like, yeah, go ahead and date Tony on Tuesday. You come back to me. That's goofy. I ain't doing that. I got respect for myself. I got morals, the whole nine. Guess what? If she not meant to be there, she just not meant to be there. It is what it is. Sometimes we gotta let people go, especially if they on that type of time the way they courting other guys. Now it's different if it come down to y'all maybe can't see certain views or opinions or whatnot, but she really still like you and want to be there. But if she's literally actively courting, dealing with other guys, what are we doing? I'll have this link in the description. Y'all can follow Ilkin Ali and his super panel. They definitely be doing their thing or whatnot. I reacted to a few of theirs. Last one was with the Pearl situation or whatnot. But hey, make sure y'all check it out in its entirety. Shout out to all the panelists. Y'all already know all these are heavy hitters out here. You feel me? Ugly Money. I definitely react to his stuff a lot. Cooley, the whole nine, man. I appreciate all that. Make sure y'all like this video, comment below. This is your guy JayBReacts, and until next time, y'all, peace.